our meetings, and they're taking good care of us. And again, we look forward to the rest of the week, getting ourselves ready to play against a real good football team in the 49ers. With that, time's yours.
Andy, it said that great coaches kind of help push the game forward. Do you see any ways in which Kyle Shanahan does that with offense?
Yeah, no, I think he does a heck of a job. He does a lot of two-back stuff that was kind of back in the day football, but is with his success will be coming back. Football's a big circle, and things, what's good today won't be good tomorrow, but it'll come back the following day. So it's you know, he's done a real nice job. Sharp guy, very, very sharp.
Next. Andy, the Eagles organization.
Where are we?
It's over here, to your left.
Okay, all right.
The Eagles organization, its fans, they're rooting for your success. Even WIP, the sports talk radio station, which wasn't particularly kind to you all the time during your time there, is having an Andy Reid Day on Thursday. What do you think it is about you that has the city of Philadelphia still rooting for your success? And do you think it would be any different had the Eagles not won the Super Bowl 2 years ago?
Oh, I don't know that last part, but I loved my time at Philadelphia as my family did, and we have great memories of Philadelphia, and it's almost a badge of honor that you when you get booed there. So I understand how that works, man. If you can withstand the pressure of Philadelphia, then you become a Philadelphian, and so I take a lot of pride in that. And my guys, the football players and coaches, you know, my heart went out to them just for the great job in which they did and the support which they gave me throughout my 14 years there. So, and then Jeff Lurie and his family were tremendous to me. So I appreciate everything. Howie Roseman's still there, likewise. Tom.
Andy, Tom Melvin's been with you almost as long as Tammy. Beyond what he gives you as a veteran coach, how beneficial is it having a guy on your staff that knows you as well as Tom does?
Yeah, I mean, he's been great support over the years. He's a good football coach. Tom played for me at San Francisco State. I always told people the evolution of my coaching career was Tom was my first offensive lineman. John Runyon, you know, was the next level or two. So he's been a tremendous football coach, a good friend, and very loyal.
Andy, over here. How did Alex Smith impact Patrick Mahomes' development?
Yeah, Alex Smith was phenomenal. He wasn't asked to do this, but he let Patrick into his world. Now, Patrick handled it the right way. He was humble around Alex. He didn't try to overstep his bounds with Alex, but yet competed. And so with that, Alex let him kind of tag along and with him on the field and off the field, showed him how to be a pro. So how you study, your diet, your workout plan, you know, family, how you work your family into the National Football League, being a great player in the National Football League. So, you know, I joke about it, but it's true that Patrick couldn't pay Alex enough for what he gave him with that experience. I've been around good guys that have been good with that kind of stuff, but every situation is different. I mean, this was a unique situation. Yeah.
Coach, speaking of uniqueness and family, the fact that, you know, your son's on your coaching staff, and how special is that, and how special it would be to win a Super Bowl with your son?
Oh, no, it'd be great. Yeah, no, it's great. I'm probably too hard on him, but that comes with the territory when you're the coach's kid. So, but I'm proud of him for the job that he's done. Yeah.
Coach, what role has Mike Kafka played in Patrick's development, and what about him, his personality, works in that room?
Yeah, Mike's done a nice job with him. and Patrick's been fortunate to be in a good room with good veteran players, and then to have the opportunity to have Mike in there who played in the offense and the system all the way around, timing of everything. He's been great with that. Yeah.
Yeah, Coach Reid, could you reflect on your coaching start at San Francisco State with you and Dirk Cutter out there together, and then getting your NFL start up in Green Bay?
Yeah, so Dirk Cutter and I were together at San Francisco State. We were together at Texas El Paso. We were together at the University of Missouri. So we coached a lot of games together, and I think he's one of the best football coaches I've ever been around. He's a great offensive mind, and he was a good head football coach too. So I mean, I have a ton of respect for him.
Hi, Andy. Talking to a bunch of your offensive linemen this week, they kind of view you as still an offensive lineman at heart. How would you describe your relationship with those guys, being that you kind of grew up playing that position and started coaching that position? And then related to that, they all kind of go back to your affinity for cheeseburgers. So could you describe your perfect cheeseburger?
Yeah. I don't know a lot of offensive linemen that don't like cheeseburgers, normally double cheeseburgers. Listen, I know what they go through. It's a little bit of an unsung position. Unless you do something bad, you're not recognized, one of those things. So, so what you do is you learn how to just do your work hard. You don't expect a lot of pats on the back. You really don't care if you get them. You just want to make sure the guys around you perform well. So I get that mentality. And we got a good bunch here that do that.
Coach, right here up front. Going back to your transition from Philadelphia to Kansas City, was it about a fresh start, renewed motivation for you? And what advice can you give a guy like Mike McCarthy starting anew in Dallas after a long run of success in Green Bay?
Yeah, well, Mike's had a lot of success in this league. Sometimes it's good for both places. So good for Green Bay and good for Mike, and that was my case. I think it was great for Philadelphia to have a change, and it was good for me to have a change, and it worked out good for both places. So I think Mike, I have a ton of respect, like I said, for Mike, and I think he'll do a heck of a job in Dallas.
Andy, the guys that have come up under you, like Matt Nagy and Doug Peterson, do you view them almost as children of yours that you're watching, and what is that relationship like going forward as they go on to new teams, and have you been hearing from those guys this week?
Well, I've got one by 10 years and one by 20 years. So if I had a child at 10, I would have been, would have been something. But
I said like children, Andy.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I like your shorts too. They're good.
Thank you.
I consider. Listen, I'm very proud of them for what they've done, and they've got a long road ahead of them, and to continue to coach and have success. So. I'm always there for support, and I'm their biggest fans, unless we're playing them, but I'm their biggest fans.
Andy, over here to your left, just want to ask you about Laurent Duvernay-Tardif and the uniqueness of what he's been able to do, and whether you think his intellect serves him well in the football field.
Yeah, he is a smart guy. I mean, he's a doctor, and you have to understand where he came from. So McGill University is a great university. However, the football, it maybe might not be the same level that you see at the college level in the States here. And so he had there was quite a gap that he had to climb there to narrow to be an NFL player. And he attacked that, probably just like he did becoming a doctor with the tough classes that he had to take and so on. So, but that's the way he's gone about it. He's worked his tail off. He's strong. He's smart. He loves to play the game. I don't get any feeling that he's ready to become a doctor right now and go that direction. And so I look for more years with him and continued growth.
Andy, back here.
There you
The Super Bowl is the culmination of the celebration of the 100th anniversary of the NFL, and I'm wondering if you think enough attention has been devoted or given to the 12-year ban on black players that there was in the 30s and 40s, and if that might have any bearing on some of the issues the NFL has had today, particularly the issue of minority coaches hiring.
Yeah, I'm on the Bill Walsh committee. John Wooten's headed that for a number of years, and the history of the game, I think, is important all the way around, whether it's the black history of the National Football League and the great impact that black players have had on the National Football League, or just the even further back than that. I think it's tremendous. I think the players realize the foundation that these veteran players have laid for the opportunity that they have today. And they understand the history that the black players went through and the challenges they went through. So I think the league has promoted that. They encourage that part of it. So I think that that's a positive.
Yeah, I think we've kept it relatively pretty close to what we usually do. I mean, obviously we have a little bit more media, but even with the AFC Championship game last week, I did media pretty much every single day. And so just kind of staying within the routine. Coach Reid did a good job of getting most of the game plan in last week, so now it's just about tweaks and little adjustments here and there. And so we're still kind of staying with the same weight workout, the same practice schedule, and we're going to go out there and try to keep it as close to the same as possible. Yeah, I mean, I thought the worst for sure. I mean, when you look down on your knees and the side of your leg, I mean, you never think that could be anything good. And so for me, it was very scary to get out there. I was able to walk off the field, and after seeing all the X-rays and MRIs and seeing that I was going to have a chance to play, I mean, it was awesome. And I mean, it really was a blessing. And I'm just glad that I'm here now and I'm healthy and I'm able to go out there and play the game I love. Yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, just to be able to be here in this moment, it's a tribute to the guys I have around me. I got put in a great situation early in my career, and I'm just trying to take advantage of every single day that I get.
We're from Swedish TV. You obviously have a lot of fans in Sweden. What type of game can they expect from you?
Yeah, hopefully a good one. I mean, I know it's going to be a great challenge playing a great defense, but I'm going to go out there and just try to have fun and play the way I've played all season long.
How would you beat that defense?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, as far as play calling and details, he's at the top that I've ever seen as far as being detailed with every single thing that we do every single day. But I think the biggest thing with him is just the way he's able to hold people accountable. He holds every single person on this team accountable to be great every single day, and he gets the best out of us every single day. And I know that will translate to any team whenever he gets his opportunity to be a head coach. Yeah, I mean, for sure, you want to do that. In this entire league, you want to create diversity and show that you can, as long as you're good at your job, it doesn't matter what race, what gender, whatever it is, you can be great. And so I think with him and the work ethic that he puts in, and every single day, you know that he's ready. And we got lucky enough now that he gets to stay with us for another year, but I know he'll get his chance, and when he does, he'll succeed with it. Yeah, I think the positive impact that she made in my life was tremendous. I mean, the way she fought every single day, the way she fought every single day and still had a positive mindset, and being able to see her and her support for us and the Chiefs, I knew that it's a blessing to be where I'm at, and I wanted to show her support in every single day, just like she showed support to us. Yeah, I learned from our head trainer, Rick Buckholter, who was in touch with her family a lot. And, I mean, it's something that it was a tragic situation, but I'm just going to show support to her family as much as I can throughout this process, and hopefully we can get a trophy and bring it home to them.
Patrick, hi. Hi, I'm from Japan. From Japan. I know your father used to play baseball. You know, have you ever been to Japan before?
Yeah, I went when I was there, whenever he was there. I was so young, I don't remember a lot of it. I think I was like 2 or 3 years old. But my dad has a lot of great stories and loved it in Japan. And so I think it was a great experience for him. And hopefully I get to visit there now when I can remember everything.
What do you imagine when you share the word Japan? What do you think? What kind of place do you think is that?
Yeah, I mean, from everything he told me, he loved it. I mean, he said the people were awesome, the culture, the cities. I mean, they were really a great experience. And so hopefully that one day I'll have the opportunity to be able to go there and kind of tour around and see everything.
Patrick, you're going up against barbarians more than every day in practice. What do you have to say about his abilities and his future?
Yeah, I mean, seeing Ward develop these last few years has been amazing. I mean, he was a guy that we got right before the season last year, and you could see the talent from day one. And then as he's learned the scheme more and more, he's gotten better every single day. And so he's a guy that I think could be one of the better, if not one of the best corners in this league if he keeps developing at the rate that he's doing it.
As well as they run the football, and as well as they make you honor every gap and every zone on the field, you can't slight the pass game either. And so Spags and our defense are working hard on that, and spend a lot of time trying to make it right.
Hey, Andy, when you're facing teams with high-level quarterbacks, how important is the work that Matt and Chad Henne put in running the scout teams, not only just running the whole offense to give your defense a look, but simulate the characteristics of the different quarterbacks, whether it's Jimmy or Brady or any of the good quarterbacks you see over the year?
Yeah, it is important. We got two of the guys from here, so Chad and Matt, and both of them do a nice job of simulating that team that you're playing. Kyle Shermer's another young quarterback that we have that's done a nice job. So, but they spend a lot of time at trying to do exactly what Spags wants them to do, and or the other position coaches. There's a certain look they want, they're going to give it to them, and then they're going to make sure the run game's situated the right way, and our offensive line studies that, our backup guys study it. So we spend a lot of time with that, trying to make sure that the offense and the defense, the starters get a good look.
Andy, I'm curious what a guy like Stefan Wisniewski has brought to your offensive line, and then from a leadership standpoint, his second Super Bowl in 3 years. What has his addition meant to your locker room?
Yeah, that's quite an accomplishment by him too. So Stefan's he's a tough kid, great personality, extremely smart, and tough. And so we've welcomed him in. He was one of those late additions that Brett brought in. That's been great for our team. He's fit in. This isn't slighting Andrew Wiley, because Andrew did a nice job for us. He got hurt, and it allowed Wiz to get in and play. So we feel fortunate that we have all these guys that can actually go. Cam Irvin's another one that's a backup, but could start and has started for us for a lot of games. So Wiz has done a nice job. To answer your question, Wiz has done a very nice job.
Coach Reid, you mentioned football as a cycle, mentioning San Francisco two-back system. I think Ustek is a new type of fullback, not the traditional fullback. What kind of new challenges he present to your defense? Thank you.
Yes, he's a good fullback. We're lucky we have one too that we use not as often as Kyle uses his, but he's a gifted athlete, and they use him in every facet of the game, and from blocking. I mean, you think of a fullback, traditional fullback, you think that he's a blocker, but this kid can run the ball, he can catch the ball, he's a great route runner, so you got to make sure you know where he's at and make sure you cover him.
Good morning, Coach.
Herbie.
Your love for the tight end position is pretty well known from your days in Green Bay and then also in Philly and now with Kelce in Kansas City. I'm curious, when you look at the tape, what jumps out to you the most about George Kittle with the 49ers? And finally, and then two-part for this, is this the game that if you like the tight end position, you want to be tuned in because of Kelce and Kittle?
Yeah, now Kittle's, they're very similar actually, both of them, and personality-wise. They both got big personalities, and Kittle does a nice job. I always say that that's the closest position to the quarterback that's a down the field receiver, and so they become somehow they become good friends with the quarterback and have a lot of trust in the quarterback. The good ones do, and so both those guys are in that position. But Kittle has had a phenomenal year for him. I think he's a good kid. I watched how he and Kelce interacted last night. There's a mutual respect there for each other's game. And I think I've heard Kittle say that he kind of marks his game after what Kelce has done. And then you know how I feel about Kelce. I think he's best in the business of what he does. He's great. I've seen him develop from a kid to this captain. I mean, he's voted by his teammates as a captain. So what more can you say for that? Okay, good. Thank you.
Just having those guys that kind of paved the way before me to let me be in this seat at this podium at this Super Bowl. It's amazing, and I'm glad that they did that for us. Yeah, it is, and it's stuff that I've worked on. I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, I did no-look stuff when I was in college with Coach Kingsbury, and he would encourage us to do stuff like that. And then when I got to the NFL with Coach Reid and I started doing it on scout team, he let me do it, and he let me go out there and do some of that stuff and just tinker and try stuff. And he always says training camp's the time to throw interceptions, the time to go out there and try stuff that you might not try in the game. And he lets us go out there and be who we are, and it's allowed me to have the confidence to do that stuff in the game. Yeah, especially when you play teams that play zone coverages and you're able to use your eyes to manipulate defenders. It's something that I think helps out a ton, and so it's something that's very risky. So you have to make sure you complete it when you do it. But it's something that I feel like I can utilize as part of my game. He tries to make me watch Northwestern film. I try not to watch too much of it. But no, his personality is awesome. I think the biggest thing with Kafka is he expects me to be great every single day. He goes out there and he doesn't let me be satisfied with just going out there and having success. He wants to make sure that I'm better every single time I'm out there. And I joke around with him. I mean, like even the last game when I ran that touchdown in and I kind of fumbled it at the end, he had me doing ball security drills after it. And I'm like, man, I got to stop running or something because every time I do that, you have me doing another different drill. And I think that mindset of trying to be great and not being satisfied with where you are has really helped me out a lot.
It would make it just that much more comfortable for players, and that much better for the league wide. Eh? I don't know. The only Canadian accent I know is Laurent's, and he's got the French accent to it, so I don't even know. Oui, oui. He's in Montreal area, so shout out to all the Canucks, man.
One more question. So being from Canada, Drake is obviously a huge artist. What kind of Drake songs are on your media playlist?
I mean, you got to throw that new one on that he just had with Future, Life is Good, because you know what? When you make it to the Super Bowl, life's pretty damn good. All right, now. What's up, big dog? Long stick defense, holding it down in the center. I would say his energy, his tenacity. I mean, he gets after guys, and it's fun to watch. And he's got a motor that's unmatched in the league, man, and it shows throughout his play. Yeah, I mean everybody has their own style, and that's why you can't get too caught up in trying to be another tight end, because we all can't be Tony Gonzalez, we all can't be Gronk, we all can't be Jason Witten. So you just gotta kind of, be yourself, find what you do very well, and be fortunate to be under a great coach like Andy Reid or Shanahan that can exploit your strengths and hide your weaknesses if you have any. Just bringing in the right guys, and that's hats off to Coach Reid and the front office and Brett Veach being able to bring in certain characters that fuel you with energy, that you can tell care about the guy next to him throughout their work, and it just makes coming into the office that much more fun, and really with a purpose to be accountable for the guy next to you.
The best. You got guys like Baltimore. You got other teams like Tennessee, who we played last week. Then this team, other teams outside the conference like the Rams, who use a lot of motions and stuff, who motion over 85% of the time. Before snap and stuff like that. But this team motions 90% of the time before snaps. Either moving a tight end or moving a wide receiver. Across formations. But it's all based off. If you know where the motion falls, if you know where it ends, and you know where the fullback, and you know which running back is in the game, you will understand which play is coming.
And you practice against Patrick Mahomes every single day. How is it to practice against this guy? And what is it that makes him so special?
Man, it's like watching a goat throw a football. You ever seen a goat throw a football? You ain't never seen a goat throw a football. I have. So at the end of the day, that's what it feels like, man. It's like no, honestly, Pat is a great guy, man. You're a great guy, on and off the field. So you hear about it. You hear about it before you come. I was out in Seattle with a great quarterback in Russell Wilson as well. But you hear about it. You play against them like I did, and then you see the myth, the man, the legend. And Pat is he's everything you think. He's everything you think. He's the real.
When you go against an offense like that in practice, to go back to training camp, does that make your defense a little bit better?
I feel like it helps us a lot. At the end of the day, when you're playing the best offense, I feel like it's the best offense in the league, man. The things they're able to do, the players they have at every position. You look at the backfield, Damian Williams. You look at the receivers, man. They got everything, even down to the tight ends and the offensive line. Everybody's playing as a unit on that offense, and I feel like that's what makes them dangerous because everyone bought in. Everyone is bought in, and I feel like they bought in at the right time, just as the defense. When things were getting rocky for the offense, when Pat went down and things like that started happening, it was like, man, what's going on? Where's the Chiefs or what's happening? But at the end of the day, I just feel like those guys stay fast and they came back stronger than ever, and they just continue to prove why they one of the best in the world at doing what they do.
I mean, the accomplishments that he's had off the field is amazing. The fact that he's able to be a doctor and a football player and how taxing both those careers are just shows the work ethic and the dedication that he has in life, and he's a great dude to hang around too. I mean, we've seen tape, so I know it's different than the football that I played. But it is cool to see a guy like that who just worked hard enough to get himself a chance and then made it, and now is a starter in the NFL. Yeah, I mean, not just the front four, who is, I mean, one of the best groups in the league, but the whole defense and how they play off each other, and the linebackers understand what the D-line's doing, the DBs understand what the D-line and the linebackers are doing, and they really have an understanding of the scheme that they're playing. And it's going to be a great challenge for us. We're going to have to make sure that we're executing at a high level and not making mistakes and just taking it one play at a time. And I think the best thing about it is just getting it to these playmakers that I have around me and letting them make plays. Yeah, I thought I got a good idea of it from Coach Reid, and I got a good idea from guys like Terrell Suggs that have been here before. Obviously, you don't know exactly what it's going to be, but I feel like that we've had a good plan and a schedule ahead of time to kind of prepare us for to be here and to go out there and play our best football. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's very important. I mean, for Coach Reid, for us, for Kansas City, we want to go out there and play our best football and try to win the game for them. And it's going to be an amazing experience. We're going to go out there and we're going to take it one day at a time, practice to the best of our ability every single day, and then when we get to the Super Bowl, we're going to try to play our best football, have fun doing it, and hopefully find a way to win it.
Games against DeAndre Hopkins, and DeAndre Hopkins didn't get in the end zone. Like, we battled it out with him. I think people should watch those games and form their opinion of him, because I think he's a great player, and he's going to constantly continue to get better.
He's been very open about his battle with anxiety. How have you seen him overcome that to make sure he's still making plays on the field?
Yeah, it's so funny to kind of see guys grow, right, throughout the year, and so every Thursday he has to present right in front of the room, and you can tell he's nervous, but I think each and every week he's been getting better. Each and every week on the football field he's being more vocal, right? He's communicating more. You can tell he's relaxing himself, right? Like he's figuring this thing out in his head to kind of channel what he needs to channel to kind of put himself in the best position to be the best that he can be that given day.
So how much stress do all the shifts and motions that the Niners do before the snap?
I love my time at UC. I cherish it. All the people that I've encountered throughout my years in there. I really grew up a lot in Cincinnati. For the better, and I'm so fortunate that I was able to go there and meet all the people that I still have in my corner today. How did I grow up for the better? I learned a lot of valuable lessons, and that being that there's a lot of people in my corner, and don't act selfishly. It's I've been very fortunate to get to where I am today, and to have that mentality throughout life. That's really helped me become a pro. Man, I couldn't even tell you. I don't know. Maybe it's no. I'm not gonna say that. My favorite Pat Mahomes memory. Sheesh. I would probably say that run last week against Tennessee. That was a pretty fun memory, man. When he broke about 3 or 4 tackles and got in the end zone. Showed us all something that we hadn't seen out of him yet. I was like, oh, go down, get out of bounds. This is a 2-minute drill, so I'm like, get out of bounds, or at least I'm thinking in my mind that's what he's gonna do. And then he surprises everybody, cuts it back, breaks a few tackles, and finds his way in the end zone. I mean, it's just it's Magic Mahomes at its finest right there. Yeah, you got to come out and be on the attack, but the biggest thing is that no drop balls, no penalties, the things that really hurt us in the beginning of the both games, the divisional and the AFC Championship game. Just coming out mistake-free, really, and being able to match the energy and the hype of the game, knowing that, you know what, everybody's going to be wired up, fired up, ready to play, and this game's going to be a little bit faster than usual. I think that's kind of died down across the league a little bit. I think guys are more worried about getting in the end zone than they are what we're going to do when we get in the end zone. It's not always a good look when you're dancing and stuff and losing. So I think we just have more of a mentality of let's get in the end zone, celebrate with each other, but leave the choreograph to the background dancers. No. I think it's just naturally everybody kind of felt that. There have been 1 or 2 games where we might say, "Oh, let's do this if we get in there," but for the most part, it's just a little bit different focus. Oh man.
I never wanted to change. I never wanted to change my personality or who I am. I just wanted to be the same person that I was when I was in middle school that I am now. Yeah, I mean, the first day he stepped in the facility, you knew he was a leader. The way he was able to take control of a room, the way when he talks, that he had that mentality and that competitiveness. I knew that I had a guy on the team that I could trust to lead this team whenever we needed it. And he's been that guy. He shows it on the field. I think it transfers through the whole entire defense, the whole entire team, and it's something that it's awesome to have. Yeah, I think no matter how many times you're here, you have to take in the moment and enjoy it. I mean, I was saying with my mom, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I hope I have a lot of times. And so it's you take in the moment, but you're always focused. You understand that the reason you're here is to play football and to win a football game. and we understand that. But I mean, if you watch this team, we have fun doing it no matter where we're playing at, and so it's a great opportunity that I'm having early in my career, and I'm excited just to go out there with my brothers and try to win. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a great challenge. I mean they have a great defensive line, they have a great linebackers, they have great DBs, and they play really well together. And so for us, it's about executing at a high level, taking it one play at a time, not trying to do too much, and doing what got us here.
Patrick, I know you've had a chance to have conversations with former quarterbacks, great coaches. Is there a compliment, advice that you had from any of those guys that sticks out?
I don't know if there's one piece of advice, but I think the coolest thing that I had was whenever I won the MVP last year, I walked off the stage and Aaron Rodgers was there to congratulate me. And that was like one of the guys I try to like model my game after when I was in college and in high school. And so to have that moment where a guy like that is congratulating you right when you walk off the stage was pretty cool.
You have to do consistently, and I feel like, I'm consistent with that.
How unique is Hard Rock Stadium? There's a nightclub in the stadium, is that right?
Yeah. I've never been in there, but no, it's a dope stadium. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it when, they were doing the whole remodeling thing. So it's an awesome, it's an awesome feel, and they did their thing, with that stadium.
Damien, there's a lot of comparisons between Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan, just as great offensive play callers. A lot of the 49ers will say they have so much confidence in Kyle because he'll say, do this on this play, and this guy will be wide open. Not all the time, but you get the idea. Have you guys had that same experience with Andy that gives you so much confidence, like he'll lay something out and then game day it actually happens?
Oh, man, every time we have, meetings and we're installing plays, Andy's a confident person. Whenever he's calling a play, he knows it's going to work. And we don't need him to tell us, like, hey, do this and do that. And I know it's going to work. Whatever play he calls, I know it's going to work.
Damien, since you have joined the Chiefs, you have played in 2 AFC Championship games, and now you're preparing for the Super Bowl. Did you expect such a big successes?
Oh, most definitely. When I took my visit to Kansas City, this is what they talked about. This is what they preached. And I believed in them, and they believed in me to, be a part of this. So this is something, nobody in that building had, any doubt about it. And honestly, when that trade happened, them getting, Smith out there and bringing Pat up, I didn't really know, too much about, Pat. I'm from San Diego. I know about, Smith. He's from San Diego. So it was like, it caught me off guard. And I'm just like, wow, I don't know what we're doing here. But at the end of the day, you can see the decision they made and what they saw every day in Pat. Something I didn't see being, not being here. And it's turned out to be something special.
You can run the football and catch the football. Which is your preference?
Both. I'd rather do both. That means more opportunities for me.
Growing up in San Diego in that area and playing as a kid, did you ever play? You were in the Super Bowl, or even dream about it back then?
Oh, most definitely. I feel like whenever you get all your friends together and you say, hey, this touchdown right here is, you got 4 seconds left. This is for the winning drive of the Super Bowl. Everybody, you put those pictures in your head as a young kid, but I don't know, as a little kid, I took those things serious. You know what I'm saying? So whenever somebody was like, oh, there's 2 seconds left. Oh, this is a winning game for the Super Bowl. Oh, I'm making sure I score this touchdown so we can win the Super Bowl. So it just, it's a dream come true. I'm excited to be here, and I'm just taking it all in.
Big picture in your life and for your family. How proud of a moment is it?
Oh man, it's awesome. I was the first, to go to college. I'm the only person, in my family, who really plays sports or make it to this level. And it's exciting. They're all enjoying this moment with me.
Damien, with the success that teams have had running.
Yeah, I mean, I think they had a tough time at the middle of the season while I wasn't putting up the stats I did last year, but I try to do a little bit better for them at the end of the year when it was playoff time. Oh, yeah, I mean, he's like the glue to the offense. I mean, the way he's able to get other people open as well as get himself open, I mean, he really helps us out a ton. I mean, he does everything. He blocks, he runs routes, he sets other people up, and it's something that it's great to have. Oh yeah, the confidence that he has every single day. I mean, it really sparks the team, and we have guys like that all throughout the team that we can all feed off each other and go out there and play our best football. I actually get to talk to Brett sometimes, just having this, he has my number and everything like that. But to have him here and just listen to him talk, I got to do it a little bit this off season, and the mentality that he has. I mean, he's an amazing guy that I got to watch when I was growing up, and I know he's a great football player. Yeah. Yeah, I got to meet Aaron before that a little bit, and I got to get a little conversation with him and understood how good of a guy he was. And then I had the State Farm commercial, and just to see the personality. I mean, it was cool. We get to talk football, but also just about life, and it was a cool experience. And hopefully we can make a few more commercials.
Patrick.
Presence that, like just the way he is, carries himself, even before he's playing on the field, it says he's got what it takes here. He's special.
Oh yeah, he's a different guy, man. Especially when he's preparing for a game. Like his mindset, his attitude, and it's just everything about him, man. He's different. So that's why I love playing for him, man. I love playing with him as a teammate. Like I wouldn't want any other quarterback in the league, you know, besides him.
When you think about when he was drafted, you had Alex here.
Yeah.
It was kind of a feeling that, okay, we might be going in this direction soon, but how did you kind of see that going?
I don't know, man, because when I first came in the league, you said, well, I did have Alex Smith, and like seeing Alex leave, you know, it was kind of tough. But then again, like I had to understand like the business side of the game and like how the game is evolving and all of that stuff, you know. Because Alex was one of the first quarterbacks I played with. He helped me evolve my game. He helped me get better in some situations like 10. I need you to be here on this route. So me and Alex had a thing going, you know. So it was just like I was on The Bachelor again. I was meeting I knew soulmate, baby.
Was there a time where you said this same thing could happen with Patrick?
Huh? Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it was pretty quick.
How are you handling the emotions this week, waiting on Sunday? I know you're a high energy guy, go. How hard is it not to just like be ready to go right now?
I've just been chilling, man, with my teammates, man. We just been chilling, laughing, having a good time, and just putting the work in practice, man. So.
Speaking of Sunday, I was talking to Cole earlier. He said he can't wait to get out there and show off your guys' collective speed, finally in warm weather on a fast track. How much are you looking forward to that?
Oh, I'm looking so forward to it, man. I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a blast, man. To be back in weather like this is absolutely a blessing, man, because you can actually catch the ball how you want to catch it. You can run how you want to run, and it's just gonna be fun, man. Yes, sir.
There you go. I'm from NFL Japan.
I mean, without a doubt. Like I said, the formation that they break the huddle in won't be the formation that snap the ball in. So it poses a challenge, right? Especially for guys like myself. You know, Kyle Shanahan's smart, man. It's not just the play calls he's drawing up. You know, he's moving a lot of people around because he wants you to stop for a second and think, right? And then they snap the ball, and it's a big play. So, you know, I think he's trying to take advantage of guys like myself, you know, who wants to play fast, you know, who wants to see what they believe and go. You know, he moves a lot of things around to kind of get you to second guess yourself, so to say. Yeah, I probably say that Tennessee game. You know, him coming off the injury and him throwing the ball off 1 foot, jumping in the air for a touchdown. I probably say that moment was very special. Well, I think in a running game, you know, like I said, they move a lot of people around to really create leverages on you. And you know, they got extremely athletic and fast offensive line. The tight ends block, the wide receivers block. So I think ultimately understand all 11 men have to get involved in a run game. And then in the pass game, you know, I feel like, you know, we got pass rushes to get to the quarterback. I feel like on the back end, you know, we're top 10 secondary. You know, I know a lot of people don't say that, but we are. So it'll be a great challenge for us, but I mean, we're more than ready for that. Yep. So yeah, so it's like this vanilla wafer, right? And it's like it's almost like banana pudding, but it's vanilla wafer with like whipped cream. Amazing. Amazing. Almost every Friday, yes. Way back in college, man. I still really don't know where it originated from. We had played West Virginia one night on ESPN, and I got on the bus after the game, and our D coordinator, John Chavez at the time, he was on the internet, and coaches always tell you not to get on the internet. They read everything on the internet. So anyway, he's like on the blogs, all the gossip sites reading, and he's like, hey man, this is your new nickname. And I'm like, what? And he's like showing me the video, and I'm like, coach. And he's like, trust me, just go with it. You'll make a lot of money one day. So that's kind of how that started, and I made my fair share. Yeah, man. It makes you feel comfortable, right? It was kind of like that in Arizona, man. We had a couple guys, that played on a team with me in college. So I think being able to come to Kansas City, just create this familiarity, makes you feel comfortable. You have guys there that they know you. And it just makes it a better work environment when you're going to a place that you know a few people.
I just remember, those sitting on the couch with the family and watching this game. To be about to play this game, it's pretty surreal. You don't want to get caught up in the moment too much. We had a football game to play, but after it's all said and done, it'll probably be pretty crazy to just think about that. Growing up watching this and to be a part of it, one will be pretty special.
In the bigger picture in your life and your family being able to watch you playing the Super Bowl, how big of a moment is this?
It'll be huge. I'd probably put it in the same categories like, the draft and the Pro Bowl, and for my family to be a part of it, they'll be coming down and being here supporting me. Having the support of family is huge, and I got a great group of people around me, and they're a big reason I'm here. Yeah, I hope everyone in this room has grown in the last 7 years. If you're not growing in life, something's not going right. I'm glad I went through, some tough days early in my career. I think it's prepared me for where I'm at right now as a person, as a player. You just gotta, I think everyone grows maturely and over the years, and it's just something everybody deals with eventually.
Get through some of those things early on in your career.
Yeah, Coach Reid's been great. He's had my back since day one. Just his consistency, made me want to be a consistent person, consistent player. Waking up every day ready to work, to do my job the best I can do my job, and then to put in the work to do my job the best I can do my job.
What's the best advice that Reid has given you?
He's full of advice. He's been in this game a long time. And I think it just boils down to do whatever you have to do your job the best you can do it.
You're snap by snap, you're going to be in front of an old friend, an old teammate, D Ford. How do you prepare for that? Is there any advantage do you have knowing how he moves, how he plays?
Obviously I've played a lot of practice football against him. This will be the first time seeing him in a different uniform across from me, but D's a great guy. He's a great worker. Obviously a tremendous athlete. It'll be fun to see him in a different uniform across from me.
And last, this Sunday we lost a legend of the sports. Kobe Bryant left a hole in sports, not only in basketball but also in everything that has to be with someone that has made an accomplishment, that become a legend, that becomes a hero. How does this mentally affect you, or how do you prepare for this, and with this, for the best and most important game in your life right now?
Yeah, obviously a devastating loss for the sports world. My
prayers go out to everybody who was in the helicopter and their families. You know, it was a tragedy. It's kind of hard to process, but you know, prayers go out to their families.
Oh yeah, I've heard of these. I haven't got them yet, so I might have to get them sent down so I can get some. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I saw it. Yeah. Well, I've talked to Kareem. I mean, that's my dude. I mean, it's someone that I came with. I have a great friendship with, so I stay in touch with him. But yeah, I mean, it's someone that I'm sure I'll text here soon, and he's my guy, and I want him to always know that. I mean, we all have regrets with everything. A lot of things we do. People make mistakes. But I think with him, he's a great human being. He's someone that understands the mistakes he made, and he's gonna do whatever he can to come back from those. Yeah, I'll say I appreciate y'all's support, and let's keep it rolling, and we'll try to get the big one for y'all.
Okay, thank you guys.
Running to him, like he's tough. He's a very tough physical player. He has a great mindset, and he wants to do it. He wants to help our team out. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Treated us with respect, right? They made it comfortable. You know, it felt like 300,000 people was at that game, right? That stadium was it was lit. The environment was crazy. And they made it feel like a playoff. They made it feel like a championship game, man. You know, I was grateful that we were able to kind of close that game out and seal that win.
Do you think that helps to prepare for a week like this, that kind of atmosphere in Mexico, the media?
Yes, without a doubt. You know, I think most definitely, you know, I think those international games could kind of prepare you for, you know, being around a handful of media and, you know, obviously moving around and so being out of your element, so to say. So grateful for the opportunity to play in Mexico. I'd probably say Tyreek Hill. He's probably the fastest football player on the planet.